May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex Forecast, and we are looking at the Euro USD. The Euro USD. Now we're looking at the monthly time frame. What we're going to see is lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower highs. Everything's keep going lower. Lower high. That's a lower point, but it's not a lower low. This is another lower high in relation to this one, and we finally make the lower low here. So it goes from here to here, technically speaking. And then we have another potential lower high here that could make another run for a lower low breaking this market structure here. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. All right. So I'm, even though we've been pretty bullish here, all right, over the last most recent months, you can see the push higher here since January of this year. All right, then we started to move sideways. I don't like this sideways action. That's why I don't prefer to trade the Euro USD, because it's moving sideways and it's very hard to trade in a chop environment like that. All right, if we go to the weekly, we can start to see things a little bit more clearly. Look at this price action. You want to trade in that? Be my guest. But what you need to see is structural areas. All right, this low, if it breaks this low, we come below that low and it trades below that low, not just wicks down, but if we close below that low, that is a shift in the market structure from bullish to bearish. All right, so this is a line that you want to watch on uh, a weekly time frame basis. Okay, this would mark the shift in the market. You understand? From bullish to bearish. Let me put it like that. All right. Now, again, uh, we are moving sideways. This is not a great place to be trading. All right. You can see how price comes down to the lows here of the range. All right. And then turns back up 2 days, 2 weeks in a row. But here, I want you to make a critical note. There is no fair value gaps in this area. All right. That's why I don't like trading it, because fair value gaps tell you the order flow. And what is the order flow here? You tell me. We're bullish, we're bearish one day, bullish one next day, bearish the next day, bullish the next day, bearish, bearish, bullish, bullish. Not a great place, but I want you to also to note, look at this area, and then we're going to go to the US dollar index, and you're going to see, which is the inverse of the Euro USD, and you're going to see a bullish fair value gap here. All right. And price is currently sitting in the middle of that bullish fair value gap, which has me in a bullish, um, having a bullish bias. I'm looking for this bullish fair value gap to hold and to continue to push price higher. 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, we took out the old high here. This is the high that I was hoping that we would close above, but what we did was the market just rated the bullish, the buy side liquidity here, and then came back the into the range, and that's fine. We're looking for price to find support to make another move higher, because I'm thinking that we are going to end up hitting that high here, this high here. And I said the same thing with this high some time ago when we were over here. So we're going to hit that. And make our way up towards these. All right. So if we go to back to the euro, that is the line, the high that we have not hit yet. And I'm thinking, being that the US dollar is stronger than the euro, I'm thinking that it'll follow suit and we will find ourselves taking that low. and which would, again, like I said, would mark the shift in the market from bullish to bearish. All right, but we have to see first, right? All right, because there are some descending highs here. Every one of these highs has liquidity above it. Stop losses. Yeah, you understand? For people who took shorts early, the market would it would make sense for market makers to want to come up there, take these people out of their trades before moving down lower. But we did that here, didn't we? All right. So it makes sense to come for the sell side liquidity. However, we've taken significant lows out already, including here. So, you know, those are things to bear in mind. But I'm thinking that we're going to end up coming down here anyways. All right. So if we go to the daily, I hope you're staying with me on what I'm talking about right now. All right. On the daily, what do we have? We have this V-shaped kind of recovery here. When I see this, I like to see a move up higher to break that high. All right, to break buy side liquidity, to take buy side liquidity here, and then make the move down here. I'd like to see that first. I like to see liquidity events before the actual move. You understand? If I'm looking for the prices to move down, I want to see a move up higher to take buy side liquidity first. All right. Will this high stay protected? All right, because this is a series of bullish candles that were overtaken by bearish candles breaking market structure. I'm looking for prices to move up into this bearish leg, find resistance, and then come on down. I'm hoping that if it doesn't, if it takes out this high, it will act as a liquidity event to fuel the move to move higher. I mean, move lower to these lows. Does that make sense to you? Let me know in the comment section. We are making lower lows and highs, lower lows, lower highs, and I'm looking for this to be the next potential lower high for the next potential lower low move. You understand? All right. If we go to the 1 hour from the daily, what am I looking for here on a 1 hour basis? You can see the market had a little trouble taking out that high here, that high it created. It moved down. This looks like a shift in the market, right? It pulls back up, takes out that high, and then comes back down. This is the chop I'm talking about. This is why I don't like not Euro USD is not the market to be trading in at this moment. Now, we have relative equal lows here. I'm looking at that as a target for the market. All right. If we take out that low, if we break these lows here, if we break these lows, I'm looking for the market to continue down towards these ascending lows here for sell side liquidity. All right. I showed you that in the daily time frame. Look at these. Look at this sweep. It's a nice setup to move higher, move lower. This high was never overtaken last week. It didn't take that high out. It didn't take that high out before the market closed. This high was made at what time, man? At 12 noon. All right. And 12 noon on Thursday. And Friday did not take it out. I'm looking for prices to continue down lower. That's what I'm looking for. Sell side liquidity sweep. If the market comes up and takes this high here, then I'm looking for that to happen and that to happen alone, a sweep of sell side, a buy side liquidity, and then a move down. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the boost button. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. You know, if I put the Fibonacci retracement tool on this from the high to the low, we've gone well past the equilibrium. We are well within the premium prices of this trading range. I am looking for shorts in this area. I'm not looking for longs. All right. I'm not looking for longs until it breaks structure here. We start to see a break and close above this high. Hey, man, you know, it's definitely time to not look for shorts. You understand? Once we break this high, it's I'm looking for nothing but longs, period. But I will stop looking for longs, shorts once we pass that invalidation line here. I hope that makes sense to you. All right, we're going back to the daily. I hope that makes sense to you here. That's why I have that line marked. If I can just get rid of that, thank you. That's why I have this line marked, and this line is marked at 1.1668. All right, on the Euro USD. I'm hoping that we start to see the market break the lows of Thursday and Friday. Uh, this was an inside bar, and you like to see inside bars at the top of a rally or the bottom of a drop. You know, you want to see that's where you likely see a change in the state of delivery. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. May profits be upon you.